Scott, I guess when you need a split, I would assume at 25 and 33, and when you didn't get it and you get the pin, it was kind of off the rails from there.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming.
I actually probably thought we needed both.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we needed Sammy to win tonight and Aguilar to win for us to win to have any shot. So, yeah, once he gave up the fall, we knew we were up against it quite a bit. So it was tough sledding from there. But then you turn to just individual matchups, and you look for things you can work with, and that's kind of where you're at. That's kind of where the head goes. I mean, it's still a match, and there's a lot of toss-up bouts through there, but it's you just got to think of each individual match and go from there.
Handful full of one-point losses tonight. What's your thoughts on that?
I got to look at the tape probably, but anytime you lose one-point matches, it's tough. I think 25. That's been a story here for a little bit, right? We've been losing those close ones, and I think Donner. Those guys those twins wrestle really, really hard, Janzer, so we knew they would be tough matches. You like to be on the other end of them. So many times we've been on the other end of them. We just got to turn those around come March.
I mean, Nick was in a lot, but he couldn't finish. I mean, is that kid kind of slippery?
Yeah, but, I mean, now it's probably been 4 or 5 guys in a row that kind of wrestle that way. Nick's been in a lot. And it's hard to spend any more time on single leg shin whizzer with a shin whizzer defense. We spend a lot of time there, and that was our focus this whole week was shin whizzer defense and beating it. And there were a bunch of guys that just didn't convert in there. So it's a hard position. It's a very tough position. We got to find a way to finish that position for us to really be successful going forward.
And Sammy just got caught, right?
Well, I mean, the kid sat him back and then slapped the cradle on it, bottom leg cradle. And once you get put in that, I would have liked to seen that match play out a little bit. I think that's a pretty evenly contested matchup, but kid's been around a long time, been winning in this conference for a long time.
Santos at 49, and you open that up or just give it back?
I don't know. That was a match. He was tough on top, but you like to see him score in the after 3 minutes, he kind of shut down and didn't do much for the next 4 minutes. So that's kind of what we're thinking now. Can he attack those legs? And we got to look at it and see what we're going to do for Sunday.
What's going on with JoJo Aragona? He seems to be hitting a bit of a wall here. A couple losses in a row. I know he's been hurt. He's battled illness, but it seems like he's struggling.
I don't. I think that could be the case with some freshmen. That could be the case. He's wrestling a tough schedule, and he's up against it every single time. I'd like to give you an answer. Is he hitting a wall? I don't know. He was sick. He didn't wrestle last week, so he's trained. We really trained well this week. That's what's kind of frustrating, to be honest. We really, really had a great week of training, including JoJo. I was excited for this matchup, and I knew it could go this way. I mean, I looked at this match. You look at all your matches when you get the schedule. I know this is one team that it was matchup-wise. It was our really good guys are against their really good guys, so it could get away if we don't wrestle really good. So it's frustrating because we had a great week of practice. We really did, and we wrestled really hard earlier in the week. We tapered, but to go back to your question is, it's one of those things when there's losing, you start to question. He's got and obviously we got a big one Sunday, right? He's got a big one Sunday. So you just turn the page. Let's get on to the next one and just keep working with him. He's going to be really good.
Do you think it helps that you get to focus Sunday now? There's been a lot of hoopla and anticipation for this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were really focused on this Big Ten schedule and Purdue and Indiana and Michigan and Illinois. Now we could focus on Rider for the 20. We haven't really looked at it. We know their lineup, obviously. There's been a bunch of head-to-head matches that have favored them. They beat us a bunch at the scuffle. They're favored at a bunch of weights. So, yeah, they're probably a favorite. We're going to have to really wrestle well to beat them. It doesn't get easier for us, and we're going into their gym. They're all excited about it. It's a big deal, and we got to wrestle really, really well. That's the bottom line. So, we got to have a short-term memory. We got to have a short-term memory and get ready for Rider.
Is that the message going into tomorrow, is just to forget tonight and prepare for Sunday?
Yeah, it's part of the season. You're going to have these nights, especially in this conference. That's what we just told them. Have a short-term memory. Let's have a great one tomorrow, and bounce back. And we've done that before. There's been a lot of times we've been humbled in this conference and have turned it around and have some great performances. So that's what we'll be looking for on Sunday for sure.
Any other questions?
With Janser tonight, he's been really good as of late. Was he just struggling to find his offensive rhythm tonight, or what was his deal when he scored one point?
I think that guy was kind of dictating the ties. He was getting to his underhook, which is crazy, right? Because Billy's looking to get to his, but so we really didn't get any shots off. It was, and I know he likes being in those 1-1 matches, but so does that guy, and we knew that. So does that guy, right? He loved it. That was a typical Big Ten slugfest type match, and you got to be able to get the offense, and he knows that. And their kid didn't get to much either, right? And they just happened to ride him out. So
Illinois looked quite bigger size-wise at a lot of weight classes. Do you think that contributed to not being able to finish on shots and not being able to score points in those tight matches?
I don't know. That's looking deep into it. From a strength standpoint, I guess you're saying. I don't know. I'd have to talk to the guy. Maybe in some spots, I don't think they were stronger at 25. 41, the kid's been around a long time. 33, a long time. 57, a long time. Those guys have been beating us for a while, to be honest with you. So in some cases, maybe they were just better. Some cases they were maybe just better in some spots.